So the other night, we had friends for dinner, and we were playing a game called Table Topics. You ask questions. Some can be simple, some humorous, others are quite thought-provoking. And this one question came up, and it said this: if you could have a conversation with someone who's passed, who would it be, and what would you ask them? And from that one question, it was so insightful into others' lives. One gal said, I would love to talk to my grandfather. He was adamantly against the Christian faith. I would want to know why. Did something happen? Another one said, I felt such love for my grandfather that as a man now, I would love just to have a conversation to know more about you. I started thinking, as a grandmother of 2 and 1 on the way, and hopefully, Lord willing, we'll have more grandchildren as we have 4 kids. But I started thinking, I would love for my grandchildren, great-grandchildren one day, to know I loved Jesus, I loved God, I loved His Word, loved people, loved serving others. But if there was one phrase I would really want them to know that came from Lulu, their grandmother, it's this: challenge your thinking. There's so much that lands in our thoughts that even if it's not healthy, we gravitate towards it and we even feast on it. Challenge your thinking. I might look back in a season of my life that thinks, what was that? I was miserable. That was a waste of time. And God says this: that was the season that I developed so much character in your life, that tenacity, that perseverance, that compassion that you have now. That's where it all came from, in that season that you think was a waste. Challenge your thinking. Do you know we have a dog, a big dog, and every day myself and my husband have to pick up a lot of poop. Now, if I stepped, having shoes on, if I stepped in poop, I'm not going to then come in my house and walk through my house and spread it around. I would immediately take my shoes off, clean them, let them air out before ever thinking of bringing them into my house. And our mind is so important. Our mind governs our words, our actions, our habits, even our destiny. Our thoughts really matter. So to challenge our thinking is huge. Philippians 4:6 in the Passion Translation says this: don't be pulled in different directions or worried about a thing. Be saturated in prayer throughout the day, offering faith-filled requests before God, overflowing with gratitude. So when those things that are like poop that come in our mind, those things like anxiety, worry, despair, I'm not enough, I'll never be enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm too young, I'm too old, whatever those thoughts are, that's when He says, turn it around, offer it to me, and I'm going to walk you through with it. So challenge your thinking. Don't let it just sit there. Don't let it become a part of just who you are if it's rubbish. And here's why. Every day becomes your week, becomes your month, becomes your year, becomes your life. So if there's rubbish in your mind that you just started aware that's not true, ask God to just take it, help you, and replace that rubbish with His truth. But challenge your thinking. Don't let it just stay there. Take care.